ground balls and being a harder working team, and he didn't feel like that they put their best foot forward last weekend.
Well, as always, this matchup at the X will be a deciding factor in this game, and Georgetown wins the first draw. You've got James Riley, who wins 67% of his face-offs coming into this contest. He had 72% of his wins against Princeton. And Jared Chenoy, the freshman for Richmond, who's done a great job to start the season, but a tough challenge for him today.
And you know, every game, because everything is new for Chenoy, every game they're going with a little bit of a question mark facing off. This one in particular stands out because of Riley's experience. And Riley is more than just a fogo, more than just a face-off guy. He can stay on and play, which can create some problems, some extended possessions.
And right away, a goal for Georgetown against the redshirt freshman Zach Vigue, who gets the start today after 30 minutes against Duke last time out. So the Hoyas get started with Dylan Watson, who's their top goal producer at 16 goals, now 17 with that one, and Georgetown leads 1-0.
Yeah, I think they're going to have to keep a stick on Watson all the time. He's just, he's a deadly.
Here, that's Graham Bundy Jr. Here's a quick shot out front. That one gets through as well as Alex Trippy, the graduate student from the University of North Carolina, where he played for 4 years, adds another tally. He had 4 goals against Princeton, and have put Georgetown up 2-0 here in this one.
Yeah, you generally see Trippy a little closer to the cage. He's kind of their invert midi for him to show a little range here, shooting the ball. You know, Vigue will be fine. He's just got
Richmond and Dalton Young back behind that net.
And that's what you're hoping you're going to be able to create in a perfect world. Is
another one sneaks through as Vigue couldn't quite get the piece of that Declan Mcdermott shot, and Georgetown takes a 3-0 advantage here.
Yeah, and like I say, that's where that first midfield, all 3 guys, McDermott, Trippy, they can all attack.
Nice little work from the edge. Now behind the cage. Quick turn inside. Vigue tried to make the stop and could not. Looked like a change of planes there, and that puts Georgetown out in front 4-0.
Yeah, it looked like like a broken stick on. Yeah, it looked like almost a broken stick on defense. Took one of the defenders out of the play.
Spiders, of course, have seen Trippy before with his time at North Carolina. Richmond's played against the Tar Heels quite a bit during Dan Giamatti's tenure. Here's a shot from out front. Another Georgetown goal to pad their lead quickly to 5-0 here in the first with 5:46 left to play.
Yeah, Bundy on the ground on a loose ball. Again, I think this is the situations that Georgetown likes. Nice save. Vigue gets a piece of it. They create an unsettled opportunity. Georgetown comes up with the ground ball. And
Ryan Dunn did not score against Duke in the last contest. Lansbury in front for the drop in and the goal as Max Merklinger able to get the score for the freshman, and the Spiders get on the board. It's 5-1 Georgetown.
And we just saw one of the adjustments that Richmond has made coming into this game. Bringing Dunn out of the box, he gets a short. That creates some problems for Georgetown, and then and Merklinger open on the back.
Here in the first quarter, Georgetown leads the shot tally 13-7, 8-2 on goal. Quick move around and a Richmond score. Ryan Dunn's on the board today after being shut out against Duke. He found a favorable matchup there, got off a quick shot, and that makes it now 5-2 game.
And again, you got Dunn. He's been seeing nothing but long poles starting on the attack, and by bringing them out of the
down, jumped out to a 5-0 advantage.
Like I say, they can leave Hess in the game so that they can get to their offense a little quicker by not having to sub everybody out.
Here's a long shot out front. That's going to squeeze inside the far post, and another tally on the shot inside just to the right of Vigue, and Georgetown scores again to make it a 6-2 game. 2:40 left here in the first as La Jolla's on the board with a Graham Bundy goal. That's his 11th of the season.
Graham Bundy is, I've used the word elite a couple times here. I'm going to guess that they, coming off that Princeton game when he felt like they got a little outworked, I'm going to guess that.
Nice shot from Dalton Young there.
Yes, Dalton, and there you go. So smart play. Kind of rolls out behind the Dodger, gets his hands free, and drops it in.
So Dalton Young with his 13th goal of the year, and the Spiders trying to match here with 2 minutes left, down 6-3. We also, as we take a look at that, Young just shot from Dylan Watson, sails wide. He's gone high-low a couple times here.
You know, and he as much will shoot it low to high. You just can't leave him with this kind of space.
And he finds an open shot on the wing that catches that far post just out of Figue's reach. And Dalton Young, Dylan Watson rather, tallies another one, and Georgetown now takes a 7-3 advantage.
Yeah, they might be Richmond might make a little more sense to just be a little tighter off the ball, especially to that one right there. You know, and like you say, again, it speaks to how dangerous they are in spot, which makes that really hard to predict where they're going to be coming from.
Keep your eye on T.J. Haley back there behind the cage. Here's a shot in front, and that may have found its way past Figue again inside that near post.
Trippy off the left-handed wing, and you know, that's where you got to step out and try to take that away from him. He's, you know, a former attackman in high school, played a little attack at North Carolina, and you know, against a short stick like that, this is just too dangerous for us, Richmond. You need to get organized early. Now it's Colin Monroe, number 41. Colin's father was the head coach at the University of Denver and played for me at Brown University.
Dalton Young out top now, shooting from way out high. We normally don't see him out there, though. He's normally along that goal line. Here comes Dunn.
That's a good chance.
Inside the Lanchberry and close, and a good feed from Dunn gets Lanchberry on the board today. That is goal number 12 for Ryan and number 134 for his career. And Richmond makes it an 8-4 game now.
Richmond wants to keep looking to see if they can roll, find spaces for Lanchberry to get open inside.
Play and rolling here in the second. And the Hoyas go to work with the offensive end, Bundy. And a shot from the wing, and again a quick
James
score.
Riley. Yeah, you know, James Riley, like I said, James can play in the field. More than just a face-off guy, gets lost in the little bit of the unsettled part of that ground ball play. And well-rounded is a little bit. That ball is not cleared. I always tell our guys that ball is not cleared until it's in the hands of an attackman or in the hands of a midi being covered by a short stick.
Frankeny in the middle, and that's a good pass. And Dalton Young able to turn and score. So Young on the board again. And that makes this a 9-5 game now. Richmond cuts the lead down to 4.
And that's where I think, you know, less typical Dodgers putting Young and Lanchberry away from the ball, you know, creating a little uncertainty in the Watson, which I think makes some sense. This is where they're dangerous. You got to recover here quickly.
Well, Saunders didn't get the steal, and then the bounce over Craven is good from McDermott, and Georgetown answers another Richmond attempt to come back and makes it a 10-5 game now with 4:27 left here in the second. So Saunders didn't quite get there.
You know, the stand going to the second half.
Dunn and Young working. That's Godin on the defense. Short stick matchup. Passed in front. Frankeny fires and finds the net. Good shot from Luke Frankeny out front for the tally. Had 4 goals against Duke. On the board with 1 today, and now it's 10-6. 2:15 left in the half.
And again, you wind up with you know, Richmond creating situations where Dunn gets a short stick. In this case, Young gets a short stick. Georgetown slides to it quickly, creates space for some. Makes it less of a factor than it would have been otherwise.
There's a Georgetown turnover. And that's picked up for Jake Kapp, charging downfield. He'll shoot and score. Jake Kapp on the carry upfield. Nice job there by the Richmond long stick. Make this now a 3-goal game, and the Spiders haven't been within 3 since the start of the contest.
You couldn't have wanted the second half to start any better from Richmond's standpoint. You know, so.
Trippy's pass a little too high. Tried to get it back out front to Watson.
You know, Watson's not the guy you want in that high offensive position when the ball's on the deck. He's going to be probably set where the offensive player takes that short stick behind the goal.
This is Tazwell. Fires to the middle. Dunn can't get off a shot. And that's a tough. That goes in. Lanchberry's shots appeared to be heading wide and ends up in the net and makes this a 10-8 game.
Those indoor players. Those indoor players can make some things happen, boy.
He just kind of turned and fired that. That went off the stick, did it not?
And he popped Bundy off on the backside.
Shot here.
I think that hit the post.
Ricochets out.
Oh.
Are they saying that's a goal?
Yes,
Spider coach is on the field. You're saying that went in, so we might need a little look at that to see.
Winning ground pump to him a little bit and create some space.
Traffic in front. This shot ricocheted back out. Now it's a goal.
We have another one. In a world in which I've never seen one of these in my lifetime. There now have been two of them.
Well, and the Richmond tally. That makes it 11-9. So
talk about returning the favor.
And that one looks like it does indeed.
Part of the change in the sport with the advent of the shot clock is that, Richmond can go.
Tough shot out front from Graham Bundy, who had a defender on him, and he had just enough room to take a shot from way out high, and it finds its way into the top shelf. And that gives Georgetown a 3-goal lead again at 12-9. 5:58 left in the fourth. There's more of this fourth quarter from Richmond in a moment.
Good players make plays.
Well, a big goal from Graham Bundy Jr. gives Georgetown a 3-goal advantage as we watch the draw here. Graham Bundy Jr., whose father played at North Carolina in the late 80s to early 90s, and he's going to tally another one. Off the draw, a 4-goal Georgetown lead now at 13-9, and Graham Bundy making an impact on this game here in the final few minutes. From that draw.
Yeah, they put him on the attack because he has this range shooting the ball. Which the other attackman, Diallo, right-handed.
Spiders working with the man opportunity for the next 35 seconds. You can see that on your screen. And they're going to convert. Richmond tallies there. Good movement. Maybe Lance McDonough, the one to put the tally in. Or is it Dalton Young? It's Dalton Young with the score.
They have a little 1-4, and they roll Dalton up. That's when you're catching that ball, that high to low pass
against Haley.
And they go to the double invert goal. This with 2 short sticks behind the goal, and it's a ball possession as much as it is anything.
And that is a tough shot that is good from McDermott, who circled through and fired, and Georgetown's getting big goals late now with 3:39 left. That's going to make this a 4-goal lead again. And
it's a classic goal off the invert. The invert is particularly dangerous because it forces the defense to have to turn their head as they change the field behind the goal. It's one of the reasons you go back and
this at the beginning of the season that this was a battle between these two, Craven and Vigue, for who would get the nod to start the season, and it's evident that they're both capable with an empty net here. And that's a Georgetown tally. Richmond had to come out and try to force something to happen with 2:13 left, and Georgetown takes advantage of it.
To Richmond's credit, they're trying to make a play there. These double team situations, you feel like it's it's supposed to be in the defense's advantage. We're flying around early. Again, an advantage at the faceoff X for them. Gave them a chance to control the tempo of play in the first half. Richmond certainly can be proud of their effort overall.
Well, and as we've talked about so many times with this club, you're going to play North Carolina, Duke, and Georgetown, who are all ranked in the top 10 in what are now your first 6 games. So it should make you pretty solid for the rest of your schedule and get you pretty prepared.
That's right. You want to be prepared for High Point and Jacksonville and those conference games that are coming up. You want to be a better team at the end of this run, and they will be.
And High Point and Jacksonville, High Point's receiving votes, and Jacksonville's ranked